Memory, a fascinating enigma, a labyrinth of memories that defines who we are. But what if the key to protecting this treasure was in our daily choices, in the foods we consume? A recent video went viral promising to reveal the 5 foods that destroy your memory after age 60. Is it really? The proposal is tempting: avoid certain foods to shield the brain against cognitive decline. But is reality so simple? Does the solution to a sharp memory come down to a list of food villains? Before embarking on this journey in search of the secrets of memory, it is crucial to adopt a critical and questioning stance. After all, the science of nutrition is complex and multifaceted, and generalizations can be dangerous. Does the video in question present accurate information based on solid scientific evidence? Or is it based on sensationalism and oversimplifications? Here's an invitation to unravel this mystery together, with a careful look and a touch of healthy skepticism. How about sharing your experiences and insights in the comments? Your participation is essential to enrich our discussion and build more complete and informed knowledge. Let's get started. Warning about the dangers of certain foods that stimulate the production of toxins and cause inflammation in neurons. This inflammation, according to the video, leads to memory loss and the dreaded brain fog. But what does science say about this? In fact, chronic inflammation has been linked to a greater risk of cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Studies such as that by Sugary, 2018, in Nature Medicine show that inflammation can damage neurons and impair communication between them. However, it is important to highlight that inflammation is a complex process, influenced by several factors, such as genetics, lifestyle, and exposure to environmental toxins. Food is just one element of this intricate puzzle. The first food villain highlighted by the video is diet soda. The claim is that these drinks are worse than regular soda because they are full of artificial sweeteners and chemicals that imitate sugar. The video quotes the American Heart Association as saying that seniors who drink diet soda daily are 3 times more likely to develop dementia. This statement is alarming, but deserves further analysis. Epidemiological studies, such as that by Pepare et al., 2017, in the journal Stroke, have shown an association between the consumption of diet soft drinks and a greater risk of dementia and stroke. However, these studies do not prove a cause-and-effect relationship. It is possible that other risk factors, such as obesity, diabetes, and unhealthy eating habits, are behind this association. Furthermore, some studies, such as that by Pepare et al., 2015, in BMJ, question the validity of these results, pointing to the complexity of the relationship between sweetened beverages and the risk of type 2 diabetes. The second food villain is sugary cereal. The video claims that these cereals have more sugar than some processed desserts and that sugar addiction is as powerful as cocaine addiction. It is undeniable that excessive sugar consumption is harmful to health, increasing the risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and possibly cognitive decline. However, comparing sugar addiction to cocaine addiction may be an exaggeration, as pointed out by Lustig, 2010, in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Studies such as that by Lenore et al., 2007, in PLOS1 show that sugar can activate areas of the brain associated with pleasure and reward, but the mechanisms behind sugar addiction are different from the mechanisms involved in addiction to drugs like cocaine. The key to healthy eating and a sharp memory is not demonizing specific foods, but rather adopting a balanced, varied, and nutrient-rich diet. And, above all, maintaining a critical and informed stance in the face of the miraculous promises that emerge every day. Continuing, we come to 2 food villains that may surprise many: whole grain bread and microwave popcorn. After all, whole grain bread is often seen as a healthy option, and popcorn is a popular movie night snack. Whole grain bread can raise blood sugar levels, leading to brain inflammation and, consequently, cognitive decline. This statement deserves careful analysis, as whole grain bread is a source of important fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It's true that whole grain bread can raise blood sugar levels, especially compared to low glycemic index foods. However, the glycemic impact of wholemeal bread depends on several factors, such as the type of grain, the manufacturing process, and the combination with other foods. Studies such as that by Anderson et al., 1998, in Nutrition Reviews show that consumption of whole grains is associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Furthermore, the fiber present in whole grains can promote intestinal health and modulate the glycemic response. However, some people may be more sensitive to the effects of gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. In individuals with celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity, gluten consumption can trigger an inflammatory response in the intestine and other organs, including the brain, as pointed out by Fasano et al., 2015, in Gastroenterology and Clinical Hepatology. Therefore, the relationship between whole grain bread and brain health is complex and individualized. For most people, moderate consumption of whole grain bread may be beneficial, but individuals with gluten sensitivity may need to avoid or limit consumption. Many people attack microwave popcorn, claiming that it contains a chemical called dial, probably referring to diacetyl, that is linked to the buildup of amyloid plaques in the brain, one of the main markers of Alzheimer's. Diacetyl is a chemical compound used to give processed foods, including microwave popcorn, a buttery flavor. Prolonged, high-concentration exposure to diacetyl has been linked to respiratory problems in popcorn factory workers, as reported by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. However, scientific evidence linking diacetyl to the accumulation of amyloid plaques in the brain is limited and inconclusive. Some animal studies suggest that exposure to certain chemical compounds present in processed foods may increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, but more research in humans is needed, as highlighted by Persner et al., 2012, in the International Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. In addition to diacetyl, microwave popcorn may contain other questionable ingredients, such as trans fats, artificial flavors, and chemical coatings on packaging. These ingredients can have negative effects on overall health and possibly brain health. A healthier alternative is to prepare popcorn at home, using organic popcorn kernels and olive oil or coconut oil. This way, you can control the ingredients and avoid harmful additives. Importantly, occasional consumption of microwave popcorn likely does not pose a major risk to brain health. However, regular and excessive consumption can be problematic, especially if the popcorn is high in fats, salt, and artificial flavorings. In summary, both whole grain bread and microwave popcorn can be included in a healthy diet, as long as they are consumed in moderation and within a context of balanced food choices. The key is to choose quality whole grain bread, made with natural ingredients and without chemical additives, and prepare popcorn at home using fresh and healthy ingredients. And, once again, maintain a critical and informed attitude towards the information we receive, seeking reliable sources and consulting qualified health professionals to obtain personalized guidance. We come to the last food villain highlighted by the video, canned tuna. The claim is that it contains preservatives that remove its nutrients and that tuna canned in oil is not a good option. But does canned tuna deserve this bad reputation? Tuna is an excellent source of protein, omega-3, vitamin D and other nutrients important for health. However, tuna can also contain mercury, a heavy metal that can be toxic in high doses. The amount of mercury in tuna depends on several factors, such as the species of fish, age, and size. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, for example, monitors mercury levels in marketed fish and seafood, and yellowfin tuna tends to have higher mercury levels than bonito tuna. The canning process can also affect the nutritional quality of the tuna. Although some studies show that canning can reduce levels of omega-3s and other nutrients, Domingo and Boccio, 2007, canned tuna is still a valuable source of these compounds. The concern about preservatives is valid, but most brands of canned tuna only use salt as a preservative. Some brands may add other ingredients, such as vegetable oil, vegetable broth, or flavoring, which can be avoided. Always opt for fresh tuna over canned. Fresh tuna is an excellent option, but it can be more expensive and less accessible than canned tuna. Additionally, fresh tuna should be consumed in moderation due to the risk of mercury contamination. An interesting alternative is to vary your fish consumption, including other options rich in omega-3, such as salmon, sardines, and herring. These fish tend to have lower mercury levels than tuna and are rich in other important nutrients. Studies such as those from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, show that regular consumption of fish rich in omega-3s is associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and depression. Omega-3 fatty acids are essential for brain health as they help build and maintain the cell membranes of neurons. For those who prefer canned tuna, the best option is to choose brands that use bonito tuna in water, with a low sodium content and without the addition of other ingredients. It is important to read labels carefully and compare the available options. Always prefer to replace memory-damaging foods with healthier alternatives. This is a key strategy for protecting brain health and promoting overall well-being. Instead of diet sodas, we can opt for water, unsweetened tea, or kombucha. Instead of sugary cereals, we can choose oatmeal, homemade granola, or chia seeds. Instead of refined whole grain bread, we can try sprouted grain breads or naturally fermented breads. The key is to try different options and discover which foods make us feel good and nourish our body and mind. There is no single diet that works for everyone, and it is important to adapt food choices to our individual needs and preferences. In addition to diet, other important factors for brain health include regular exercise, quality sleep, managing stress, and maintaining meaningful social connections. Brain health is an ongoing process, involving conscious choices and healthy habits throughout life. It's not just about avoiding certain foods, but about adopting a lifestyle that promotes physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And, as always, it is essential to maintain a critical and informed attitude towards the information we receive, seeking reliable sources and consulting qualified health professionals for personalized guidance. The video also addresses the importance of vitamins and minerals for brain health, highlighting the role of B vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin C, and omega-3 fatty acids. But do we need supplements to obtain these nutrients? B-complex vitamins are essential for brain function, as they participate in the production of energy, the synthesis of neurotransmitters, and the protection of neurons. B vitamin deficiency has been linked to cognitive decline, depression, and neurological disorders, as reviewed by Kennedy, 2016, in the journal Nutrients. Good sources of B vitamins include meat, fish, eggs, dairy products, leafy greens, legumes, and fortified cereals. For most people, a balanced and varied diet is sufficient to meet the needs for B vitamins. Vitamin D also plays an important role in brain health, protecting against cognitive decline and reducing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Furthermore, vitamin D is involved in mood regulation and immune function, as pointed out by M. Weiler et al., 2009, in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. The main source of vitamin D is sun exposure, but we can also obtain vitamin D from foods such as fatty fish, eggs, and fortified foods. Vitamin D supplementation may be necessary for people with deficiency or low sun exposure. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects brain cells against oxidative stress. Furthermore, vitamin C participates in the synthesis of neurotransmitters essential for brain function, as reviewed by Harrison, 2012, in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. Good sources of vitamin C include citrus fruits, strawberries, peppers, broccoli, and tomatoes. Regular consumption of fruits and vegetables rich in vitamin C is essential for protecting brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, as mentioned earlier, are crucial for brain health as they help build and maintain the cell membranes of neurons. Additionally, omega-3s have anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. Studies such as that by Yerkomaru et al., 2010, and current Alzheimer research show the benefits of docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, on cognition in older adults with age-related cognitive decline. Good sources of omega-3s include fatty fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3 supplementation may be beneficial for people who do not consume fish regularly. It is important to emphasize that vitamin and mineral supplementation must be individualized and guided by a qualified health professional. Excess of certain nutrients can be harmful to health, and indiscriminate supplementation can interact with medications and other health conditions. For most people, a balanced and varied diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats is sufficient to meet vitamin and mineral needs. Supplementation can be helpful in cases of nutritional deficiencies, dietary restrictions, or specific health conditions, but it should not be viewed as a magic bullet to protect brain health. In addition to diet, other important factors for brain health include regular exercise, quality sleep, managing stress, and maintaining meaningful social connections. Brain health is an ongoing process, involving conscious choices and healthy habits throughout life. It's not just about taking supplements, but about adopting a lifestyle that promotes physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And, as always, it is essential to maintain a critical and informed attitude towards the information we receive, seeking reliable sources and consulting qualified health professionals for personalized guidance. We've reached the last part of our review, where we explore the healthy habits that can promote long-lasting memory and optimal brain health. The original video mentions the importance of physical exercise, quality sleep, mental activities, and stress management. But how can we optimize these habits for maximum benefits? Regular physical exercise is essential for brain health. Studies show that exercise increases blood flow to the brain, stimulates the production of neuron growth factors, and improves cognitive function. Hillman et al., 2009, demonstrated in the journal Neuroscience the effect of treadmill exercise on cognitive function and academic performance in children. Activities such as walking, swimming, yoga, and dancing are great options to keep your body and mind active. The important thing is to find an activity that you enjoy and that can be incorporated into your daily routine. Quality sleep is essential for memory consolidation and overall brain health. During sleep, the brain processes information, removes toxins, and strengthens neuronal connections. Walker and Stickgold, 2006, reviewed the relationship between sleep, memory, and plasticity in the Annual Review of Psychology. Most adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. To improve sleep quality, it's important to create a relaxing bedtime routine, avoid caffeine and alcohol at night, and maintain a dark, quiet, and cool bedroom environment. Engaging in challenging mental activities is another important strategy for keeping your brain active and healthy. Puzzles, reading, learning new skills, and playing musical instruments are great options. These activities stimulate brain plasticity, that is, the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt to new situations. The more we challenge our brain, the stronger and more resilient it becomes. Stern, 2009, discusses the concept of cognitive reserve and how mental activities can contribute to it in the journal Neuropsychology. Stress management is crucial for brain health, as chronic stress can have a negative impact on memory, attention, and mood. Relaxation techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness can help reduce stress levels. Goyle et al., 2014, conducted a systematic review and meta-analysis on meditation programs for psychological stress and well-being, published in JAMA Internal Medicine. Additionally, it is important to cultivate meaningful social relationships, as social isolation has been linked to a greater risk of cognitive decline and depression. Spending time with friends and family, participating in group activities, and volunteering in the community are great ways to keep your brain active and engaged. It is important to emphasize that brain health is an ongoing process, which involves conscious choices and healthy habits throughout life. It's not just about avoiding certain foods or taking supplements, but about adopting a lifestyle that promotes physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It is very important to maintain healthy habits, but it is essential to adapt them to our individual needs and preferences. There is no magic formula for brain health, and what works for one person may not work for another. The key is to try different strategies and discover what makes us feel good and nourishes our body and mind. It's important to be flexible, patient, and compassionate with yourself, and celebrate each small step towards a healthier, more balanced life. Furthermore, it is essential to maintain a critical and informed attitude towards the information we receive, seeking reliable sources and consulting qualified health professionals to obtain personalized guidance. Brain health is a precious gift that deserves to be cared for and nurtured throughout life. By adopting healthy habits and cultivating a curious, engaged mind, we can protect our memory and enjoy a full, meaningful life. And finally, remember that the journey to brain health is a marathon, not a sprint. Celebrate every small victory, learn from challenges, and never give up investing in your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, mental stimulation, and stress management are fundamental pillars for a lasting memory and a vibrant mind at all stages of life.